It almost sounded like dueling banjos there for a second, didn't it? Dun, 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 dun. Choose where we stand and we hold each other. Well, so that's why you need a stool. Where's yours? Do you want mine? Oh, hey, I got an idea. Cantor, wait. Hold up. Gene, now this is a pro move coming up. You ready?
No, it looks better on that side. I don't need
It's great. Perfect. Okay.
10-4.
I trust you. Hi, everybody.
Wait, are we on yet?
Howdy.
Oh, we are live. Shabbat shalom, everyone. So the rabbi is home. He's not feeling well this evening, so he regrets not being here. We miss him so much, but we know that he's watching over live stream with us, and he's going to feel the vibe of tonight. We have a very special guest with us, all the way from Houston, Texas.
Hi. Oh, that's very
Joe
kind.
Buchanan. He's a Jewish country music artist, and he's written this beautiful Shabbat service in that style, and he's going to be doing a concert after services with all of his wonderful tunes. We are in for a real treat, and I've had so much fun learning his music and harmonizing with him, making music. It's been a wonderful last 24 hours. So enjoy Shabbat Shalom, and if you pick up any of the tunes as we're going, feel free to sing along.
That's a really good point. If you pick it up and you feel so inclined. One of the beautiful things about Shabbos is that it's uniquely for you and also for us collectively, right? So if something sounds like prayer to you and you want to jump in, do that. If listening feels like prayer, do that as well. By the way, some great hats out there right now. I'm including this one from today. I feel very inspired to get myself a new hat.
My boots.
And them boots. How about it? Hey, all right. I'll be in Steamboat, Colorado, not too far from now. We're going to set a little bit of intention before we really dig into this service and shake a little dust. I'll tell you, there's all these melodies you're going to hear. They're going to be quite different from maybe what you're used to. And the hope is that this does not collide with your sacred memory. Good evening. But that instead we find some new intention, some new kavanah together as we go along. Yeah, well, if you ask me, do I believe in miracles? I'd say, yes, I do, yes, I do. Well, how can I believe in what I cannot see? Well, my friends, I can see you. It's a little less than fate, a lot more than chance that brings beautiful strangers our way. So yes, I believe, in miracles, and I believe they happen every day. So come on, sing a song to the one that has loved you for so long. Well, sing a song to the one that has loved you for so long. You can try that if you want. Well, sing a song to the one that has loved you for so long. Yes, sing a song to the one that has loved you for so long. What's that sound like in Hebrew? Lechu nerana l'Adonai nariya l'tzur yishenu. Nekad mafanav betoda biznirut nariyalo. Sing a song to the one that has loved you for so long. Yes, sing a song to the one that has loved you for so long. One more, sing a song. Yes, sing,
Sing a song to the one who has loved you for so long.
yes, sing a song
To the one that has loved you for so long.
And if you ask me, do I believe in miracles? I'd say, yes, I do, yes, I do. How can I believe in what I cannot see? Well, my friends, I can see you. It's a little less than fate and a lot more than chance that brings beautiful strangers our way. So yes, I believe in miracles, and I believe they happen every day. Oh, thanks for being here, y'all. I'm so excited to bring in Shabbos with you. It's been a while since I've been. Actually, I've never been here before, but I've seen y'all over Zoom. We've hung out a few times. There was one time I jumped in and I had to sub for the amazing Cantor Talya, which is no easy feat. Like, oh my goodness, she just makes everything sound like a prayer, and I sure appreciate that.
Thank you.
I want to do something with y'all if I can before we really kind of dive in. I want to tell you the story. We tune because we care. I was in San Francisco in his house. Saturday morning, everybody's drinking plum wine and studying Torah. By the way, plum wine, the worst thing in the world, until the third glass. And then it is the greatest thing you've ever tasted. You're like, oh, this is a morning drink. And we're all having a good time studying Torah. And in the room charges this young person. I found out later his name was Shmulik. 4 years old, Shmulik. You know Shmulik? Yeah, that's right. He charges in, and out of the blue, he goes, Shabbos! And then everybody in the room's like, Shabbos! And he's like, laughs and charges out. I was like, what was that? My friend's like, oh, that's Shmulik. He's going to do it a lot. And he did, like 7 times, Shmulik charging in and out, Shabbos! And the more it happened, the more I thought, wow, this young person's onto something. Like, I'm not always ready for Shabbat. You're not always ready for Shabbat. But it is always ready for us, right? It is on time all the time. Sometimes we're catching up to it, and sometimes we're waiting for it. But this young person was charging in and just taking ownership of it. And I thought it was beautiful. So I've been doing this with congregations all over the country the last few years. And we're going to do it here tonight. This will be a little bit of a surprise there. So I'm going to give you a Shabbos. If you can give me one back, it would sure be great. And we'll get after it. Hi. Welcome. Shabbat Shalom. You ready? Shabbos!
Shabbos!
Y'all sound so good. Let's do it again. Shabbos!
Shabbos!
Oh, I love it. We're going to say there's fire on the mountain, some yada dies, some lada dies, and then we're going to keep on rolling on. Yada da, yada da da, yada da da da. Yada da, yada da. Now we're going to say there's fire on the mountain. And if you could, we do this with the youngins. If you do your hands like this, there's fire on the mountain. All the young people of the world would be so proud of y'all. Looks so good. Let's try that. Well, there's fire on the mountain. All right. Well, there's fire on the mountain. Yada dies. Yada, yada, da, da, yada, da, da, da. Yada, yada, da. Yada, da, da. One more. Ya-da, ya-da-da, ya-da-da-da. Ya-da, ya-da-da. Hey! Ya-da-da-da-da. Oh, fire on the mountain. Well, there's fire on the mountain. All right. Well, there's fire on the mountain. Now, little bitty fires. Well, there's fire on the mountain. Well, there's fire on the mountain. Not every community does a matovu on Friday nights. The community where I was going to say the community I came up in, which was, I'm 9 years old this year. I'm going to tell you that story a little later on. I joined the tribe 9 years ago, so it's odd to say the community I grew up in, you know, as an adult. They always did this matovu, not this one, but a matovu on Friday nights to kind of welcome people in. So I want to do that tonight. Again, some different stuff tonight, but it has a little repeatable section. We're going to say how good, how good, how good, how good. And I'm going to say the word Lord. I'm going to say, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. Spoiler alert. We have so many different ways that we reference God. And you're not held to any one in particular. So if you want to say Adonai, say Adonai. If you want to say God, say God. If you want to do like Rabbi Brad Artson does out in California, and when he gets to the part where he's referencing God, he just exhales. And he'll just go, right? Like the universe being formed on the vapor of God's breath. I just love it. So however you want to do it, whatever feels good to you. How good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. How good, there it is. How good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. All right. Well, my tovu, oh, halecha, Yaakov, mishkenotecha, Yisrael, oh, my tovu, oh, halecha, Yaakov, mishkenotecha, Yisrael, and how good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. How good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. Or shake a little dust. Ooh, my tovu, ocha, lecha, Yaakov, mishkenotecha, Yisrael. My tovu, ocha, lecha, Yaakov, mishkenotecha, Yisrael. How good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. How good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. Shabbos!
Shabbos!
All right. A little different take on the candle blessing tonight as well. Well, there's room at the table, so get out the chairs. Extend the hand to your neighbor, whoa, and do so with care. All right. Well, get out the good wine and hold the door for our guests. Let's welcome the day that God gave for our rest. remember the calling, and then we're all laid the same. Feel the warmth of the home inside the flame. Let every step that you take from here be guided by strength, oh dear one, and never by fear. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת. אמן. 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 There it is. Amen. Amen. One more amen. Goodness.
Now we're going to turn to page 24, right?
That's right.
If you have your Siddurim, you can open up to page 24 and join us. Well, you don't know his melody, but catch on if you can.
I will tell you also, if you, there's a lot of times that I'll do services and folks will go, do I need to have my prayer book out? Entirely up to you. It's your Shabbat. You want to have that prayer book out, go for it. If not, you just want to kind of feel what's happening, do that too.
Close your eyes.
My wife introduced me to yoga, which I never thought I would get into. Boy, howdy, that's all right. I'll tell you, for a gigging musician who's lifting gear all the time, that's good stuff. And I heard this great phrase, and someone on the television said, "Is that weird? I'm like dating myself." I was watching the TV, and they said, "Find what feels good." I thought, wow, that's great. So find what feels good tonight. All right. The Shalom Aleichem is going to roll around again and again. It sounds a bit like this. Shalom Aleichem. Just like that. Hi. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem Shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. We're going to keep shaking a little dust. Baruch Nele Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Sitchem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom 2 more like that. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Before we welcome in our Shabbos bride, I want to tell you that I don't know if you're anything like me, but I carried too many groceries at one time. I am notorious for having 15 bags of groceries, and at some point, one of the things I'm supposed to be carrying is going to suffer as a result, right? And it's always going to be like the eggs or the bread, right? Or the pickles, or that's the worst, right, when it's the pickles. But, I was thinking about that in relation to Shabbat. We go down during the service, and it's already starting to happen. We're approaching the Baruch Hu. We're getting to this bridge, right? We've done all this kind of shaking the dust to maybe help see ourselves a little more clearly, shake off some of the week, all the stuff that we've been through, all that. And then we hit this bridge. We go down to the Shabbos Valley, and there's all these beautiful things down there for us. All these things have been planted for ages for us to find, that are good for us, that add to our lives, that help us do more good in the world, which is our great job, our great task. But sometimes we're carrying so much stuff that we can't pick anything up. So this Shabbos, maybe think about what are some things that you need to set down to lighten that load. What are some things maybe that you're carrying that were never yours to carry? Maybe things that somebody else handed you and convinced you that it was yours to carry, and it's not. What do you need to set down? And then what do you want to pick up and take for yourself down there in that? This L'cha Dodi, we're going to do we're just going to do the first verse and the last verse. But like a lot of what we're doing,
20.
it's going to roll around a few times.
Page 20.
L'cha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat. Just like that. L'cha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nikabela. I can hear it out there. Let's keep it up. L'cha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nikabela. One more time. L'cha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zacho beribu echad Hishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad Ushemo echad Shem ul tiferet v'li tehila L'cha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nikabela. One more time. L'cha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Before we rise, I want to tell you, in a lot of Jewish communities around the world on the first week of Shiva, sometimes there are mourners outside the doors to the sanctuary in those communities. And just as we would stand and face those doors and open them up for the Shabbos bride, we would also welcome in those mourners to our celebration. Kind of a beautiful practice in some places. But I would invite you now to rise either in body or in spirit. Face the doors, your sanctuary. If you're watching at home, hi there, good Shabbos to you. I don't know, maybe if you're in your living room or kitchen or wherever you happen to be, wherever the door to your sanctuary is, you can face that. We'll do that together with Bohui v'shalom materit ba'ala Gam besimcha u'v'tzoala Toch emunei am segula Bohui chala Bohui chala L'cha דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת לקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת לקבלה. One more time. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת לקבלה. If you'd like to rise for our Baruch Hu, I'm going to turn this around. Oh, I love a mic on a swivel. I recently did a Shabbat service with about 10 people up on the beamer. And it was funny, when we turned around, we were like, everybody's trying to kind of get around each other. So this is nice. This is nice. Oh, we're here at the bridge, crossing into Shabbos together. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam, Leolam Va'ed. I will praise you, I will praise you, and I will praise you, Holy One Most High, Holy One Most High. Yeah, and I will praise you, and I will praise you, Adonai, Adonai. One more time, and I will praise you, I will praise you, Holy One, Holy One Most High. Yeah, and I will praise you, and I will praise you, Adonai. I will praise you, and I will praise you, Holy One Most High. And I will praise you, and I will praise you, Adonai. You may be seated.
Page 30. Oh. It's okay. Good. Let's go. We're fine. We're good. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We're going to turn back to actually page 26 because we skipped over the Chatzi Kaddish.
That's my fault. I moved a little too quickly.
Well, quickly, but we're going to go back. So, page 26. Yitkadal veyitkadash shemei Rabba ve'amad yiverach yirtei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon u'b'yom echon u'chayedecha beit Yisrael v'agala v'agala u'bizman kariv ve'meru amen Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam le'olam e'omaya yitbarach yitbarach ve'ishtabach v'ipar v'choma v'naseh v'tadar v'taleh ve'yitalal Shemei Kodesha Brichu Leila min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'meru amen.
I remember when I was first learning kind of how services went. My rabbi was teaching me. It was in the process of the conversion class. And he looked at me at one point. I kept kind of jumping ahead in the lines. We're doing responsive reading. And I would start the next line. I would go, oh. And he goes, that's good to be so excited that you're ready to move forward. And I was like, I feel like he can make anything into like a nice situation. So I was like, I appreciate that teaching. And I'm going to take that from what I just did. It's like, I'm so excited. All right. A couple of blessings as we get close to the Shema. Darkness and light. We're going to remember that God brings on all these things for us, and we're going to honor that with Ma'ariv Arabim. And then we are going to celebrate God's unending love. Because that's the truth. We're surrounded by goodness all the time. All that other stuff on our news feeds is so loud, that bad news that comes in, but it's not the most common thing in our lives. It's truly not. The sun came up today. We're here. We met new friends. We made new friends. It's good people doing good things. That is the most common thing in the world, is the good stuff. And we lose sight of it. So easy to lose sight of it. A little call and repeat here. Blessed is the one, blessed is the one who turns the daylight into night, daylight into night, and who whispers the evening, whispers the evening, and sets the stars alight, and sets the stars alight. Beautiful. Adonai, Adonai, Sevaot is your name, Sevaot is your name, eternal, ever-living, eternal, ever-living, and may you always reign, may you always reign. Baruch atah, Baruch atah, Adonai, Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Arabim, Ha'ma'ariv Arabim, Amen. Do that Amen together. Amen. And bring on the night. Let the stars out to remind us of the light. Bring on the night. Let the stars out to remind us of the light. Baruch atah, Baruch atah, Adonai, Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Arabim, Ha'ma'ariv Arabim, Amen. One more time. Amen. Let's do it again. Yeah. Amen. Bring on the night. Let the stars out to remind us of the light. Bring on the night. Let the stars out to remind us of the light. Eternal God, you send love down. We do our best to give it around. I don't know how you do it, but you make it seem like there ain't nothing to it. When we lie down, when we rise up, we remember those words to fill our cup before the length of our days. Your love remains a shining example, an eternal flame. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, and Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu lemadeta. I said, every little thing I got, I owe to you. Adonai Eloheinu. You can try that if you like. Every little thing I got, I owe to you. Yeah. Adonai Eloheinu. Two more. Every little thing I got, I owe to you. Hey. Adonai Eloheinu. One more. Every little thing I got, I owe to you. Adonai Eloheinu, 'cause loving is what I got. Remember that, yeah, loving is what I got. I said loving is what I got. Yeah, remember that, oh, loving is what I got, 'cause how sweet it is to be loved by you. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu,
Turn to page 36 for the words of the V'ahavta. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha bebeitecha u'belechtecha v'derech u'shachbecha v'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letodafot beinenecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha.
There were two kinds of people that crossed the sea. People that looked up and people that looked down. And the ones that looked up, they were part of something amazing and they knew it. They were part of this miracle. We don't know where we're going, but we're free. And we get to figure out how to do it. And they walked on dry land. And then there were the people that looked down. All they did was look down. And all they thought about was everything was going wrong. Oh, this pack is so heavy. How far have we been walking? Why aren't we talking about these walls of water? We should be so concerned. I don't know who this person is, but I'm not carrying their stuff. And all they thought about was everything going wrong. That was their focus. And they walked in mud. And the only difference is perspective. So for the times we are truly walking in mud, it's important to remember we can get back on dry land and that we help each other do it. We're going to sing Walking in the Light of God for our Micha Mocha tonight. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking in the light of God. Just like that. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking and we are walking. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking and we are walking. We are walking in the light of God. Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mikamocha nedar b'kodesh.
Page 40.
Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mikamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot oseh tehilot oseh. Let's go walking. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking in the light of God. All right. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking in the light of God.
And then next, okay. Yeah.
All righty, folks, if we could stand for our Amidah. We are going to have a little lead into it, but we're going to do our Amidah silently tonight. Of course, you're welcome to still pray aloud if you'd like. If you'd like to do it silently, we would invite you to do that. And when you're finished with the words in the Siddur or the words from your own heart, you may be seated. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, Sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehiltecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, Sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehiltecha. God of creation, rock and salvation, I'm facing my heart's direction. God of creation, rock and salvation, well, I'm standing here in reflection. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, Sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehiltecha.
So now is the time in our service where we think of those who are in need of our prayers of healing. And I'd like to now ask anyone who'd like to say a name of someone that they're thinking of, someone in their heart that they'd like to say out loud. You may do so now. On behalf of the congregation, I'd like to read the names Sheila Weisler, Nancy Rose, Gloria Gordon, Jody Pliskin, Alan Ramirez, Seidel Herrick, Matthew Mandel, Beckett West Quinn, Phyllis Belford, Hilda Prusak, Harrison Paley, Diane Grieg, Kristen Grieg, Morgan Grieg, Richard Stearns, Kaylee Roman, Shay Freed, Mason Weiss, Eric Katz, Alfred Herrick, Gail Land, Amanda Posner, Melissa Gilden, Gail Steinberg, Barbara Jackman, Steve Cohen, Marvin Barkus, Michelle Kornblau, Bonnie Silber, Lynn Gordon, Bernie Lipsy, Margaret Conrad, Gordon Conrad, Michael Bradford, Ruth Friedman, and Sharon Kotler. Me shebeirach avotenu, mi shebeirach imotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. May the one who blesses us with healing hear our prayer, hear our prayer. See us, steer us, heal us, be near us, swiftly and completely in our day. Revive us, renew us, always stay beside us. It's to you we look for strength along the way. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer. On page 259, we sing the words, the prayer for Israel. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Zu Yisrael Megoalo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Zu Yisrael Megoalo. Baruch, Baruch, Admeni Not Yisrael, Reshit Michad Geulateinu, Hagen Aleha, Mevrod Chasrecha, Ufros Aleha, Sukkot Shalomecha. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Zu Yisrael Megoalo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Zu Yisrael Megoalo. On the facing page, we read the words of the prayer for our country. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. And we say, Amen.
Amen.
Now we'll return to page 282. 282, we rise for the words of Aleinu. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, late gedula leotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot האדמה, shelo לא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם,
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים
לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. You may be seated. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד. Page 294, we turn to the words of the mourner's Kaddish. And this Shabbat, we are marking the Yortzites. I'm turning to the page. Of Hilda Serkis, grandmother of Ian Kaplan, Esta Novick, mother of Leonard Novick, Blanche Etra, grandmother of Michael Etra, Yetta Belus, mother-in-law of Marilyn Belus, Joe Bernstein, father of Susan Holtzman, Nettie Holtzman, mother of Susan Holtzman, Donald Mallower, husband of Susan Mallower, Murray Bronstein, father of Ben and Harry Bronstein, Harriet Sims, mother of Stephen Sims. We're also marking the Shiva period for Loretta Resnick, mother of Alan Resnick, and the Shloshim period of Joan Bernstein, mother of Glenn Bernstein. Page 294, we chant together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yama divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. B'agala uvizman kari v'yimru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam ulmei almaya. Yiparach v'yishabach v'yipa'ar v'yishomam v'yinaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei kudidasha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran v'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all of Israel, and to which we say, Amen.
I'm going to make sure I'm tuned up for you.
Okay.
Folks, we tune because we care. That's right. Now, I know that the cantor didn't mention this earlier, but that Misha Berach that she sang, she wrote. And this is something else that she wrote as well. I have a question for you, though.
Yes, Joe.
You didn't know I was going to ask this.
No. What?
What was your intention in writing this? Why were you
This?
moved to write this this version of Oseh Shalom?
I don't know, it just came to me one day. I was humming a waltz melody. It just was in the meter of 3. And I was just feeling it was giving me peace, that rhythm of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I just felt this calm come over me while I was humming this melody that came from, I guess, there. So I put it down on my phone, I recorded it. And then just today, I said, you know, Joe, I have a melody here for you that I'd like you to play at services with me. Can you do it?
I was like, I happen to have this guitar. We can make that work.
So we made it happen. So this is fresh off the boat, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. Oseh Shalom, Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. May there be peace, may there be peace on us, Israel and the world. May there be peace in our days. And we say, Amen.
Can we do that "May there be peace" part again?
Sure.
Can we do that again?
Can we try it all with me?
Yeah. Oh, so I heard it out there. I'm like, oh, I just want that to come around and around.
Let's just
again.
try to
Can we do
bring
it
as
again?
much peace as we can to our souls, right, to
Yeah.
our bodies, to our friends, to our family, whoever we're thinking of right now. Let's just bring in the peace. May there be peace, may there be peace on us, Israel and the world. May there be peace in our days. And we say, Amen. Thank you.
Yasher Koach.
And now, trying to find the order.
Shabbos!
Shabbat!
I have a favorite part of Saturday services while we're getting this next part ready. My favorite part about Saturday, oh, go ahead.
1 second. I
What
need
happened?
to find. Oh, there it is.
It's over there.
Very good.
We found it. We found it. My favorite part of Saturday services is whenever, and this happens all the time, and this scares clergy whenever I bring this up. I love when they bring the Torah scroll out, and folks are, they're chanting Torah, and everything's going according to plan, until all of a sudden there's a stop, and they go, hold on a second, let me figure out where, oh, 1 second, and they like lose their place. And like the Gabbai comes over, the other Gabbai comes over, that person in the congregation who just knows the entire Torah scroll like comes up, you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden there's just this gaggle of folks all up there, like all hunched over with the rabbi looking for the place. And it's the most beautiful thing because it's this reminder that we're all trying to find our place in the Torah. We all sometimes move a little ahead too quickly and move back, but it's something, it's this dance that we sort of do together in doing all this work and being here and all that we do as the Jewish people. And I think it's just absolutely beautiful. But I mentioned that was my favorite part, and the clergy are like, don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to lose our spot there.
Thanks, Joe. Page 5, we turn to the words of the Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta me'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava u'ratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai I just had to say that was a really beautiful kiddush. Like everybody was singing with me. So nice. Thank you.
This is a room full of really beautiful voices.
I know.
By the way, I mean,
You're hiding from me.
watch out, there's going to be a choir all of a sudden. That's the next thing.
I've been trying.
If you were here on Friday night.
All right, we're going to get to the announcements now. We've got a bunch of announcements, per usual. So Shabbat services meet every Friday evening at 7 p.m. here in person and live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Got Shabbat evening services and concert Profusion, which is a jazz band, and that's going to happen on Friday, June 9th at 7 p.m. I'm really excited to sing all these Shabbat melodies to like this jazzy kind of rhythm. It's going to be fun. Lunch and Learn Tuesday, May 23rd at 1 p.m. on Zoom. The Torah portion, it's not Torah, it's going to be all about Shavuot, the holiday of Shavuot. Religious school, the last class of grade 6 is Monday, May 22nd. Tikkun Leil Shavuot study, Thursday, May 25th at 9 p.m. on Zoom. Blessing of our pets, Sunday, June 4th at 12 p.m. Book club with Rabbi Moskowitz. He'll be we'll be discussing the book Nathan Englander's What We Talk About When We Talk About Anne Frank. Monday, June 5th at 7 p.m. and that will be on Zoom as well. There will be an annual congregational meeting happening Tuesday, June 13th at 7 p.m. in person. And the fundraiser this year is called LOL 3.0 Comedy Night. And that's happening Thursday, June 15th at 7 p.m. right here at Lador Vador. Cocktails and small plates are going to be served at 7 p.m.
I love small plates.
Don't you?
I
Yeah.
do. I like them a lot.
So don't miss that. And then comedians from Gotham Comedy Club in the city at 8:30 p.m. Should be a great night. So come on down. Do I not sound like I'm from the South? I've been hanging around this guy.
I've absolutely been waiting for that to happen.
I know. I'm telling you, I've been hiding this the whole service. It's just like, okay. And then Oyster Bay Music Festival, we'll be hosting them here Wednesday, June 28th at 7 p.m. And we are just so grateful. We feel really blessed that we have you, Joe, here with us tonight. And really, it's been so much fun hanging with you.
It's been
and sharing your music.
It's been
so
a real
fun.
hoot. It's an honor to lead up here with you. This is, I mean, I've been looking forward to this for so long, and it's just such a delight, and it's an honor to bring in Shabbos with all of y'all. Thanks for coming out and spending your holy and sacred time together.
Yes. So don't go away because there's going to be a whole concert of Joe, and I wouldn't miss this. It's all his songs. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Every song, a solid
Not
6
every song.
hours of music.
So that's happening right after. So stay in your seat. And then there's going to be an oneg in the social hall as well. And just if you have a Misha Berach for somebody, and if you would like a family or friend's name to be read out loud on the Misha Berach list, then please contact the office. Okay, thank you. And page 320. Well, no, we're not going there. We're ending with
Small Town Tonight.
We're ending with a special song of Joe's called Small Town Tonight. And it's a very catchy tune, and I know you all will be able to catch on and sing with me.
It's about you. I wrote it about you.
Oh, it's about me?
Yeah.
About them?
Yeah, it's about you and
About
all of you individually and collectively. By the way, I thought you could use some announcements music.
Thank you. I love the announcement music. That made the announcements just smooth, like, flow.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
You know what it reminded me of? Do y'all remember going into department stores and there would be that kiosk with like the headphones on it, and you could push all the buttons to hear the different CDs? Do you remember that? That's kind of what that reminded me of. Like you'd push a button and it would go Celtic Sunrise.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was
And it would
very
just start
nice.
playing.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with anything. All right, here we go. This is called Small Town Tonight. It's a big world. It's a big world. It's a big world outside of this light. Spoiler alert, that's you. But we're a small town in here tonight. Yeah, well, it's a big world. It's a big world. It's a big world outside of this light. Whoa, and we're a small town, we're a small town here tonight. Just like that. It's a big world, it's a big world, and it's a big world outside of this light. And we're a small town. small town, and we're a small town in here tonight. We've crossed the desert, yeah, we've been through the sea. We've drifted apart, we've been close as can be. We made new friends, a new family, and we're gathered tonight in peace. It's a big world, it's a big world, it's a big world outside of this light. Yeah, we're a small town, and we're a small town here tonight. If you're feeling alone, you're not on your own. We've all been there at times in our lives. So fill up your cup, yeah, come on, raise it up. We saved you a place at our side. Hey, it's a big world, it's a big world, and it's a big world outside of this life. Oh, and we're a small town, and we're a small town here tonight. Many road maps exist, there's a lot of exits. It's okay to get lost on the way. I'm a traveler too, and I'm glad I met you, 'cause it looks like we're headed the same way. And it's a big world, it's a big world, it's a big world outside of this life. Oh, and we're a small town, and we're a small town here tonight. We're a small town here tonight. We're a small town in here tonight. Shabbos!
Shabbos!
All right. Before we start this concert, I want to give you a chance to stand up,
Stretch it.
to stretch if you want to stretch. This thing goes for about a solid 4 hours. It's going to be great. No, I'm just kidding. We're just going to play the hits and the highlights. Tell you my story about how I got here to Judaism in a brief Reader's Digest fashion. You do these good twists like this business. Oh, just like that. You want to play the Willies? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll play that song for you for sure, for sure. Alrighty, so I'm just going to start it off for the folks heading to the restroom. They'll be back. A little Hine Ma Tov to get us going. Yeah, well, I remember, oh, that I was there, well, on that mountain long ago. And I have been told that you were with me, brothers and sisters, and weren't we all? Yeah, well, I remember, oh, that there was thunder, well, on that mountain, yeah, from the Lord. We carry in us all those memories, well, those words, yeah, that came before. Hine ma tov u'manayim. You can throw some salt and pepper on that if you're. I can hear it happening out there, so I figure let's go ahead and address it. We're going to take tov and stretch it out. That's our job. Find the good, right? So it's going to go Hine ma tov, and then add some sauce. U'manayim. Shivet achim gam yachad, just like that. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shivet achim gam yachad. Yeah, well, I remember that I was was there on that mountain long ago. I have been told, yeah, that you were with me, brothers and sisters, weren't we all? There was thunder on that mountain from the Lord. We carry in us all the words that came before. Hine matov, hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. I want Hashem, yeah, to walk with me. I want Hashem, ooh, yeah, to walk with me. When I'm down on my knees, yeah, and I want Hashem, ooh, yeah, to walk with me. Yada da da, yeah, yada da da da. Yada da da, ooh, yada da da da. Yada da, yada da, yeah, yada da da, ooh, yada da da da. I want Hashem, yeah, to walk with me. I want Hashem, ooh, yeah, to walk with me. 'Cause when I'm down, on my knees, yeah, I want Hashem, ooh, yeah, to walk with me. 'Cause if you don't love me now, you'll never love me again. I can still hear them saying that you'll never break the chain. Thanks a bunch, y'all. When I first joined the tribe, I had just a lot of people telling me everything that I should know about being Jewish. And I'd gone through, listen, the truth is the Torah is a well that is as deep as you want to go, right? It just keeps giving and giving and giving and giving. The amount there is to learn, it's a live study. But I was amazed at how many people wanted to tell me this is how you be Jewish. Or you can't write country music because that's not Jewish. Or this is, or this. It was amazing the amount of information. If there's one thing I've ever been truly great at, it's completely ignoring advice. I mean, I am like, I could teach a master class in this thing. Well, that'd be great. Hi, my name is Joe Buchanan. This is my master class. How to ignore advice, both good and bad, to your benefit and detriment. So I'm going to play this song called Say What You Will. It's all about how, it's a song for all those folks that think they know how you should live your life better than you do. And they're not even in. You remember that poem, like for the person in the arena? They're not in the arena with you, but they want to talk to you like they are. So this is for them. Well, say what you will. Well, say what you will about me. And at least I'm trying to be free. Just trying to do all that God asked of me. That's how the chorus goes. If you want to jump in. Say what you will. Yeah, now say what you will about me. Whoa, and at least I'm trying to be free. Just trying to do all that God asked of me. We can be jaded at times and feel faded at times and be tucked away. We're too far to see. We surrender to our inner lies and not feel the truth of who we're meant to be. 'Cause we're all a beacon of light to the seekers inside that just want to be free. Yeah, say what you will. Yeah, now say what you will about me. Whoa, and at least I'm trying to be free. Just trying to do all that God asked of me. Say what you will. Yeah, now say what you will about me. Whoa, and at least I'm trying to be free. Just trying to do all that God asked of me. So hold on to the tree. Yeah, and all that you do, and be proud of yourself. Always be you, 'cause there's strength in our story, there's strength in our song. We'll be all right in each other's arms. So build your fence, but don't build it so high that you can't see outside. Every soul is a beacon, each spirit a breath. And we give to each other, but we forget what we left. So pray like a child and be the gift that you are. Not each other's judge, but each other's heart. Hey, say what you will. Yeah, now say what you will about me. Oh, and at least I'm trying to be free. Just trying to do all that God asked of me. Yeah, now say what you will. Whoa, say what you will about me. And at least I'm trying to be free. Just trying to do all that God asked of me. All right. Thanks a bunch. Oh, that's very kind. I know it's like it's Shabbat. So folks are like, is it okay for us to clap? I don't know if we're supposed to. Find what feels good for you. Yeah. I don't know the rules. That's the other thing I'm really great at, not knowing the rules. I'm great at it. So I'm going to play you one more little kind of heavy tune before I call up the amazing, incredible Cantor Talya to join me for a couple of duets here in the middle of the story. But I'm going to tell you briefly how I got here. I grew up believing in God, but finding that everywhere I went, people were telling me different things than what made sense to me about God. I had a simple understanding of God. God's in the world. You can see God through the actions and the deeds of people. You can see a hand of a creator. If God wants anything, just live a good life. Take care of each other. Beautiful sentiment. That was my grandfather. Not Jewish. You wouldn't know it from him saying that, though, right? Then I got very lost for a very long time and fell out of liking myself. The more and more I looked into religion, I just kept seeing things that said I was damaged goods and not good enough for anything. And it hurt. It was a bad, not great way to grow up. Not anybody's fault, but you know how they say, like, even like children sometimes, they feel like things can be their fault even when it's not. And you just take on what you take on. So I walked away from all that. I met my wife. Fell crazy, madly in love, and we started looking into stuff. She said, I'm not really into religion or God. That's your thing. You can explore that stuff. And then 13 years into our marriage, she says, outside the Holocaust Museum, I want to get in touch with my people's faith. Who's that? I was like, who? What? I was like, who are your people? And she's like, I'm Jewish. And I said, what? How'd you get Jewish? And she's like, Joe, I was born Jewish. And I was like, that's not a thing. And she's like, that's how it works. And I start mansplaining to my wife at this point. I was like, I don't think you know how it works. She's like, I don't think you know how it works, Joe. And by the way, our son's Jewish. And I said, but does he know that? She's like, I don't think he does. This is a true story, by the way. We got married. Everybody's like, how? How did you not know? And I'll tell you, outside of Jewish communities, outside of your experience, sometimes as a Jewish people, the things that are those knowledges that you have, they're not known to the outside world. Like that idea of the covenant being passed, right? That someone just being Jewish because their parents were, because of this whole passing of these things. It's like that concept, that people don't know that unless they know someone who's Jewish. And I didn't know anybody. Except apparently I married someone without knowing, right? So I was like Jon Snow. Like I knew absolutely nothing, right? So I said, look, all I know is there's something about pork. We got, by the way, I think I mentioned, we did a Justice of the Peace wedding. So there was no religious ceremony at all. No candles, no Shabbos, no nothing while we were together. I said, all I know is there's something about pork. That's all I know. I don't know anything. And I said, but we should find like an authority. And she's like, I mean, if you want to, sure. Turns out she had a Star of David necklace in her jewelry box. It was from an Affie Coleman bag when she was 4 years old. She just never wore it. Her family's descended from Russian Jews, but she never talked about how she was Jewish. I mean, it was kind of this amazing moment for both her and me and for our family. So we found this rabbi. This is the end of the story. We found this rabbi. We walked in the door, Rabbi Stuart Federow in Houston, Texas. Rabbi, if you happen to be watching, I don't think you would, here's that impression that he loves of himself, approved by him. I walked in the door, and he goes, "Hi, Stuart the rabbi." And I told my wife, I was like, "This place is great. Let's go here." Like, they're doing, Shabbat tonight. I don't know what that is, but I'm here for it. And he said, "Can I help you?" I said, "My name's Joe. It's my wife, my son, April and Nathan. They're Jewish. I'm not, but none of us know what it means." He goes, "You want me to sum all of it up?" I said, "That would be great. Thanks." He goes, "All right, here it is. You ready?" This is his 1 foot moment, right? He goes, "There's one God, and there's nothing wrong with you. You're great." He said, "You do good because it brings more good in the world, not for a reward or a fear of punishment. The good in the world is the reward for doing good." He said, "And you're living a gift, and you have to take care of it." It was like 30 years of therapy all at once. I converted as fast as I could, which turns out you can't really speed that process up, but I did it. And my family did it and started writing all this Jewish music to help me understand what I was going through. And now I'm going to play you a song about the state I grew up in. This is a song called Texas. Anybody here been to Texas before? Oh, all right, great. Well, Texas called. They'd love for you to visit again. Well, yes, I've been to Israel, but I've also floated the Frio River. They don't make hummus at Neil's. They make a mean chicken dinner. Them mesquite trees and them singing leaves, well, they always remind me of God. Floating back in tubes, well, it feels so good that it might get outlawed. Yeah, now Texas, oh Texas, is like a holy land to me. Oh, but I could live here too. It's a place where the heavens feel close. Yeah, where God taught me to see. Well, and if I don't make my way across that sea again someday, I'll be glad I lived in Texas, where I first found the reason to pray. Oh, pick it up! When I was a kid, I was trouble born and trouble dead. No one thought I'd make it to 15. I was such a mess. Well, struggling, well, I did my best, and the getting good was getting pretty lean. I believe God's where you are. We met under that lone star between you and God. There ain't no one between. If you're feeling down, well, my friend, just come on down to the state where the name means anything but mean. For all those who have never been to the great state of Texas, let me give you a little summary. I like Dallas nights, I like Austin loud. I like a buckle at the rodeo, I'm Houston proud. San Antonio's got you beat on the Pico. You can check your mail interlingual in a Speedo. Man, oh man, well that country's fun. From the piney woods to the far west sun, every Robert Earl Keen song is a winner. You can crank it while you're propping up your cooler by the river. Texas, oh Texas, like a holy land to me. It's a place where the heavens feel close. Yeah, where God taught me to see. Well, and if I don't make my way again across that sea someday, I'll be glad I lived in Texas, where I first found the reason to pray. Be glad I lived in Texas, where I first found the reason. Yeah, na 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 to pray. Oh, thank you so much. I want to invite up the amazing Cantor Talya up here to help me tell some stories and song. first one is going to be about the garden. One of the great challenges in writing Jewish music, especially Jewish country music, is there's so many great stories about people in the Torah. Or we're having a hat exchange. I like it. That is a very country thing. Wow, look at the size of that feather. That's half a bird. I like it.
Now I really can talk like this, right?
Good gravy. Can I see? You don't have to. Can I see this thing?
Sure.
Well, no,
if only if I could see yours.
No, I'm not trying to.
Let's see what's good. What's under
that? That's a male. I want to. Aw. Just want to pet that bird.
This is really quite the hat.
That is a rad hat. I like it.
It's actually nice and snug. I like
Putting
it.
a date on myself by saying the word rad, maybe. So when I was growing up, Eve got a real bad rap. Eve was blamed for all the bad in the world, which, if you really read the story of the garden, it's like a coming-of-age tale. Right? Eve takes a bite of that apple and has a sense of responsibility. I can choose to do the wrong thing. I can choose to do the right thing. It's kind of beautiful. So we felt like Eve needed a love song. This is called Song for Eve. Where would we be if the world didn't taste so sweet? Would we be the partners that we were meant to be? 'Cause in that garden was life, but you could only grow so high. We were never eternal, but living on given time. And when God made you, it was no mistake. Creation was done and it was good for goodness sake. 'Cause if you wanted to grow out of that garden, you had to go to struggle out in the world. And that coming of age meant we were lifted right off the page, or to soar high and earn the right to be inscribed. Yeah, when God made you, it was no mistake. Creation was done and it was good for goodness sake. And when you chose us with the fruit you ate, you gave us a chance to reflect the light that God made. Where would we be if not for Eve? Would we even be if not for Eve? There's a midrash that says that God came to Adam and Eve at the end of their days and says, okay, you did it. You've been here. You're part of the world. You've suffered. You've struggled. And you can come back to the garden now. And Eve takes a look around at their lives, all the hardship they've been through, all the toil, all the victories, all the beautiful things they've done, and all the hard times that they've had. And looks back at God and says, this is our home. And I love that so much. So this love song for Adam and Eve was written by Rabbi Towns Van Zandt. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain.
In the night forlorn, the morning's born, and the morning shines with the lights of love. You will miss sunrise if you close your eyes. That would break my heart in two. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? And if you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. Lady's with me now, since I showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine. And who would not agree? She's a sight to see and a treasure for the world to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? And if you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. And if I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? And if you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain.
All right. Oh, thanks. Shabbos. I'm going to play you what, maybe a tune you might hear in a Texas bar room somewhere without realizing that it's a Shabbat song. And then you'd be like, hey, wait a minute. Did I hear the word Shabbos in there? Be like, yeah. Well, our band, we got a 5-piece country band. We got 2 albums out. I don't like talking about this on Shabbos, so I'm not going to tell you where to find those things. I'll just tell you that they're out there, and you can listen to them for free. There you go. That's a good Shabbos message. We play events and festivals and all kinds of stuff, including communities. And we were playing South by Southwest. Y'all know that festival there in Austin, Texas? We're playing South by Southwest, true story. It was Friday night. And I was like, we're in the bar's packed. And I said, it's Friday night. And they're like, yeah, which you expect to happen, right? And then I went, that means it's Shabbos. Shabbos! And the whole bar, Shabbos. They had no clue what they were saying. But it was great. They were into it, right? And then so we did this version of Shalom Aleichem, the one you heard earlier, except with a lot of slide guitar and distortion. It's kind of wild. And then this guy at the bar comes up to me afterwards, and he goes, hey, man, was that some Hebrew? I said, yeah. He goes, dude, I'm Jewish. And I was like, why are you whispering? That's great. So we hit it off, and he was like there with the Hillel or something like that. So anyway, kind of interesting stuff. This is called Better Angels. Well, my better angels may be looking for me. They can find me here at the end of the street, where the broken-hearted people and the long-day folks meet. And nobody watches what's on TV. It's just how's it going, how you doing, and how have you been? it's so good to see you again. What's been hard for you? Well, and what can I do if you just need a little silence?
We got there too.
Well, now the table's really something to write home about. It's just full of good food and there's friends all about. Well, and nobody's wearing their Shabbat best. They just got on what they got on when they got dressed. And it's how's it going, how you doing, and how have you been? Well, it's so good to see you again. What's been hard for you? Well, and what can I do? Silence.
We got there too.
All right. Happiness, a fickle feeling that comes and it goes. Well, chasing it's like trying to wrestle shadows. So don't spend all your days just chasing dead ends. Make kindness your mantle, seek others, my friend. And it's how's it going, how you doing, and how have you been? Well, it's so good, well, to see you again. What's been hard for you? Well, and what can I do? Need a little silence.
We got there too.
Well, my better angels may be looking for me, and they can find me here at the end of the street. All right. We got just 3 more short tunes here for you. Right after I converted, my rabbi said, Joe, why don't you write a song about the High Holy Days? So this is what came out of that. I'm really honored that this song's been picked up in a lot of communities and congregations. It's called Return. What's that?
This year we'll do it at ours.
It just got picked up.
Just got picked up.
So funny. You know, when we did Small Town Tonight, I used to have people stand up. I was like, oh, let's stand up and kind of stretch our legs and hear our voices. And then people at the end would be like, Shabbos and all this stuff. My wife was like, that's a sneaky way to get a standing ovation. I was like, that's not what that was. It just lets us stretch. So I don't do that anymore because of that. And she's like, why'd you stop? I was like, because you made fun of it. And I don't do it no more. This is called Return. It goes like this. I will take a long look at me, think about what it is that I see. Have I been good? Woe to you. Did I do all that I said I'd do? Remembering the words that I've used, thinking about the times that I was rude. Well, if I am thankful for this gift, let me say it with deeds, not just lips. It's gonna be a brave new year, starting right now, right here. I will be strong and stand up tall, reach out for others, oh, when they fall. Well, I will rejoice in my faith, remember that love is why we're made. Be the very best that I can be for the world and for me.
Every day we live
done wrong at times, I know, but through my actions I will show it's gonna be a brave new year, starting right now, right here. I will be strong and stand up tall, reach out for others, oh, when they fall. Well, I will rejoice in my faith. Remember that love is why we're made. Be the very best that I can be for the world and for me. Yeah, Teshuvah, Teshuvah, return, oh, return, Teshuvah, oh, Teshuvah, oh, return, oh, return. It's gonna be a brave new year, and starting right now, right here, I will be strong and stand up tall, and reach out for others, oh, when they fall. Well, I will rejoice in my faith. Remember that love is why we're made. Be the very best that I can be for the world and for me. Yeah, Teshuvah, oh, Teshuvah, return, oh, return, Teshuvah, Teshuvah, oh, return, oh, return. Cantor Talya, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to play y'all a short, silly tune and then a little closing lullaby for you. But you got a part to play in this. Let me make sure I'm in the right key. Special request from Amy here. Thank you so much. I had a dream. Let me go up here a little bit, a little higher. I had a dream. Oh, we're in adventurous territory now in this key. I love it. Here's your part. I want, if you could, everybody just say poor Brad. Poor Brad. Right. Now say it like you know Brad, and it's going to be really unfortunate. Now in a really big way, like, how could Brad not see it? We all expected this. That's it. Now you know your part in this. Get ready. You're going to know when it's here. So I woke up my wife at 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, April, I had the craziest dream. And by the way, nothing Jewish about this song. And she said, what? Tell me about it. I said, I was on a spaceship with Willie Nelson. And she said, never wake me up for that again. I'm going back to bed, and you should know better. So I did what any songwriter does. I sat down, I wrote this tune. This all happened in the dream. Your part is coming up in second verse. You'll know it when you hear it. Oh, by the way, I'll point up in the air when it's time. All right, here we go. Well, I had a dream, and it was pretty darn weird, and I guess that's how most dreams go. This one was way out in outer space with a red-headed stranger and a dangerous foe. It was Willie Nelson's birthday, and the party was great, and we all finally shuffled to sleep. But as we slept in our pods, the alarm went off, and the trouble we were in was pretty deep. Come on, Willie, there's a space monster coming. We gotta go, we gotta head for the door. Created by people with wounded hearts. Well, it got all their friends, and now it wants more. As we rounded the corner, there was Brad Pitt, and he was looking a bit at his worst. You know what's coming. Brad, what are you doing out in outer space? And he started to speak, but the beast got him first. Nice job. Come on, Willie, there's a space monster coming. We gotta go, we gotta head for the door. Created by people with wounded hearts. Willie got all their friends, and now he wants more. As we reached the hatch, it was right on our backs, but we escaped out into the sun. Willie looked out, had a great laugh, and said, man, I had a good run. Well, how did it start? We asked ourselves in a parking lot made of ice cream. Then Willie looked out like a wise old owl and said, only the wounded will know what it means. Come on, Willie, there's a space monster coming. We gotta go, we gotta head for the door. Created by people with wounded hearts. Well, they got all their friends, and now he wants more. I don't know, but I think there's like a High Holy Days message in there somewhere. All right, a little closing lullaby for you. And if you don't mind, well, I guess because we're on the stream, if I come right down there, is that okay? Can you follow me? I don't want to mess this up. All right, I'm gonna walk down here. I just want to be a little closer. Oh, this is wireless. Oh, no, I was worried. Genuine. All right, can I come over here where y'all are? Is that cool? It's nice to see you. Yeah, it's nice. Y'all, by the way, truly just absolutely beautiful voices going on in here tonight. And I don't say that just to be like, that's a thing we say. I genuinely mean it. You have beautiful voices. And I don't know if you like to sing or if you're what we say last night, a back of the shul cantor or something like that. It's a voice God gave you. It's a voice changes lives. It's the most beautiful sound in the world, I promise you. And I forgot my pick, so I'm going to walk back. Grab that? All right. I'm a professional. All right, here we go. One quick verse, chorus of Small Town Tonight together. I'm going to show you a miracle that's taking place. If you don't believe in miracles, I'm about to prove it to you. So settle in, right? Here's the deal. The sound that you're making in this room has never been heard until right now. The universe being formed on the vapor of God's breath and all those things, this sound existed. It's never been heard because this combination of people has never been together. You are truly hearing something that's existed since the dawn of time, but has never been heard and will never be heard again. It's true. This combination of people will never be together just like this again. So savor the sound of what you sound like together. Really listen to each other. And we're going to do that small town chorus one time, and I'll play a little lullaby, and we'll wrap this up. Well, it's a big world. It's a big world, and it's a big world outside of this light. And we're a small town, and we're a small town here tonight. All right, you try that. It's a big world. It's a big world, and it's a big world outside of this light. We're a small town, and we're a small town here tonight. Let them hear you outside. It's a big world. It's a big world, and it's a big world outside of this light. Whoa, and we're a small town, and we're a small town here tonight. Almost made it. Well, the day is done, and the night arrives like a prayer across the sky. Whisper sweet words before we close our eyes, and our dreams, they take us from the earth. Good night, my love. Good night, my love. Oh, now thank you for the light that you bring. Good night, my love. Good night, my love. Oh, good night, my everything. There's one more song before we close our eyes, yeah, and we rest from the choices we've made. We thank you, God, for the life we've got, yeah, for the blessings today. Good night, my love. Good night, my love. Oh, now thank you for the light that you bring. Good night, my love. Good night, my love. Oh, good night, my everything. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Thank you for your holy and sacred time. Shabbat! Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much, Cantor Talya.